How is everybody? What the fuck is this? There we go. Howdy doody, folks. My gosh, it's cold. See if anybody's alive today. It's 10 degrees out. Let me know about the audio once it kicks on. See what kind of things we got going on today. So damn bright out there, man. There we go. How y'all doing today? Whoo-wee, dog, it's cold. Steven. Zach, the happy pooper. Yeah, it's currently 10 degrees. Feels like 0. So I don't know how long I am going to stand out here and shoot my slingshot. But I'd like to get a little bit of shots in this morning before the day really gets rolling too much. I'm going to set up some tubes. What's up, Coin? Yeah, dude, it's cold, man. Shiver me timbers. I'm going to set up this little dude here. Scout. Axiom Champ. Sorry. Once again, brain fried. Simple shot Axiom Champ with the wasp clips that I shoved on there. And then I'm going to put some tubes on there. And yes, it is cold, dude. Tomorrow's supposed to be worse. They're saying tomorrow some crazy wind chills coming on. So that should be not the funnest thing ever, but thankfully I don't work outside, so I'm good. See if we can get this thing set up here. Scorgan, what's up, my brother? How you be? Finished up that Micarta Slingshot this morning, and I'm actually super happy with it. Once again, I didn't go for a mirror-like finish on that thing. I like the way it came out, though. I can genuinely get behind it. I like it. What's up, Joseph Masenko? Audio good, guys? I got the thing over here. Is the light even on? Shit, do I got yeah, the light's on. All right, cool. I think we're good. Let me know if the audio is not the greatest, then I'll unplug that thing or something. Haven't shot any speed shooting in a while, so I figured I'd give it a whirl this morning, see how that works out. Let's see what we can do with this. And then if I don't freeze within the first 10 minutes here, then maybe I'll keep shooting some more. I'm not sure. Micarta, like I said, it came out good for what I'm doing here. First time ever trying that stuff, and I left it kind of scratchy, man. I might wear shorts. Yeah, no, I'm definitely not part Eskimo, so yeah, it is what it is. Not a fan of the cold. All right, so I got some high style pouch on here, some tubes. We'll see if we can get any kind of stuff going on out there. Yeah, it should be about right. I'm going to shoot some clay with it. Out of my eternal bucket of clay, the never-ending bucket of clay. What's up, Hoggy? Samuel, how are you? Today I am shooting a simple shot Axiom Champ. And I have it with some tubes, because I'm going to attempt to do some speed shooting. Nothing crazy. I just want to get I'm just in the mood to do it. That's all. I'll show you the slingshot in a second here, once I get my gloves situated. Just kind of in the mood to shoot some speed shooting this morning. This is the slingshot here. It's an Axiom Champ. Come on, lighten up, bastard. There we go. I put grip tape on there, leather wrap here, wasp Enzo clips there, and yeah, I got a high style pouch on there. And what I have out there next to my junk, you see that little thing sitting on the ground there. It's like a empty, one of those little 1 pound propane tanks. And I'm gonna see if I can see where I'm gonna land. These are too long. I can tighten them though. Maybe not. That might work. With high style pouches, I don't practice them too much. But I think for speed, that's probably the best way to do it, in my opinion. I know some of you guys get good luck with flat bands and speed shooting, but I don't. What? What is that? Empty is the keyword. No, this setup you could shoot a probably a glass bottle wouldn't break. I gotta tighten them up a little bit here. I got them super long. I don't know. I know I've never really messed with tubes. Hoggy's in here. He's isn't he a tube shooter? But you can. This is definitely a very weak setup. But you could get the job done with some cans and stuff. What's up, Weston? How are you? Chad, you snuck in here too. What's going on? Yeah, I just kind of want to see. I know it's not a big target or a small target at all. I'm just kind of getting the feel for it. I haven't shot no speeds in a while. It's fun. Hey, good old fashioned speed shooting. So I mean, over the past years, they've upped the ante a little bit at like the ECST. You got to get up to like 20 shots in a minute, and it seems like previous years was more along the lines of like 10. And I don't know if I can get. Why don't you prototype your own slingshot and sell them? I do, William. I have a website and everything. It's just right now, wintertime is kind of slows my process down a little bit. I've actively sold probably 20, 30 slingshots, I guess, something like that. Nothing big time, but it's a hobby. It's hard to hold the clays are slipping out of my hand. Like I said, this is a big target. It's bigger than a pop can. The size that you're going to be shooting at a tournament is going to be more pop can size. But I'm just kind of feeling the motions out. That's usually what I do. Like in the summertime when I'm actually like practicing, getting closer to like tournaments and stuff. This is the setups that I usually do. I usually do high style and tubes, but I'll get smaller target, obviously. But you can always practice with a bigger one to try and get the feeling down, get your arms moving, all that kind of stuff. It's Caitlin. What's up? How are you? The fast guys are going to be way faster than I am. But if I could get, last year I think I cracked 10 cans. I think I got maybe in the teens. I can't really remember. It was less than 15, that's for sure, which is not a horrible score. But it could be faster. The fast dudes are hitting over 15. Shots in a minute, you know what I mean? But it's fun to practice. It's my mother-in-law's birthday today, so wish her a happy birthday. Also, when you're shooting the not the knockdowns, but the speed shots, it's going to be higher targets. They're not on the ground like that, so you would have to shoot. I think it's about waist. It's about waist high or so for me. See if we can hit a different target besides the big thing. A lot of the times when I'm speed shooting, I'll end up hurrying too much, and if you do that, you lose your accuracy. So you got to find a good balance between speed, reload, and accuracy. You know what I mean? Oh, dude, it's freezing. DeeeZ Slings. It is freezing, my friend. We're at it was 10 degrees when I came out here, even with the sun shining. Let's see. So if you slow down a little bit, you can gain, for me, I can gain a little bit of accuracy back, but you will compromise your speed. I mean, what is it, about 3 seconds per shot if you are going to hit all 20? But that's not counting any misses. So you got to find that balance. Bishop, how are you? I am feeling pretty good today, guys. Watched a couple of football games yesterday. Got a couple more today. And of course, the Bears are going to be playing their fabulous stuff this afternoon. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, I'm a little slurpy today with this cup. I also cut out G10 frame this morning. Yeah, the leg is better, Mrs. Hicks, but I think I'm gonna have to go see a specialist to try and see if anything can be prevented from that whole thing happening again. All right, let's try and get to a little smaller target. I'm not saying this is going to happen, but I'm just going to slowly kind of progress down a little bit. I'm aiming for the 60 or 80, whatever that thing is. And I'm currently missing it, but that's okay. That's what practice is for. I haven't speed shot since the summertime. So I'm pretty happy with how I'm doing already, to be honest. If you've never attempted speed shooting before, I would give it a go. It's pretty fun. Well, that was a weird shot. But if you're gonna do it, you're gonna go through a lot of ammo. So make sure that you have a lot stocked up in your sack. That was a weird shot too. Saw some interesting stuff on the old facing bookings yesterday from Josh, and I talked a little bit to Weston about it also, and I didn't realize that things were as odd as they are. So I hope all that gets better, because that's no fun. Kind of like, I don't really aim too much when I do this. It's kind of more like a point and shoot. I mean, these are all right around it, which is kind of what I'm going for. As long as I'm not too far off, then I can slowly get better with my practice. Canada, so they say I'm slow, eh? My daughter cracked me up yesterday. I can't remember exactly what she said, and I don't know where she learned this, but she was like, what the hell were we looking at? Oh, we were reading a book, right? So we were reading a book, me and my son actually, and it said in the USA this book was $9.99, but in Canada it was $14.99 or something. God knows how old the book is, but my daughter chimes in and she's like, do you know what would happen if there was a maple syrup shortage? I'm like, no. She said all the Canadians would die because their blood is full of maple syrup. I'm like, what the hell? What does that even mean? And where did that come from? I didn't teach you that. Funny stuff. I don't know. I thought it was funny. Kids are weird. It's been wild. Obviously, posting on Facebook was last resort. Yeah, I know. I get it. I finally had enough and wanted others aware so they could prevent the Twilight Zone. No, I get it. That's not a post you want to make. But, circumstances being as they are, yeah, I get it had to be done, I suppose. Gonna go back to the big target because I'm not quite dialed in yet for anything smaller. So we'll just get a little rhythm going, hopefully. Yeah. A lot of the times I get decent height, but I'll go side to side, a little bit of screw ups. And then you also got to consider, and see, that was a little low. You don't want to constantly look down and reload, You kind of got to get that rhythm to where you're keeping your arm up. Andy Lowe, of course. Let's see here. It's true. It's a big worry up here. Yeah, I'm telling you. So Andy Lowe taught me. He didn't teach me how to speed shoot, right? But he's really, really good at it. And there's others too. But Andy Lowe, when I chatted with him a little bit when we were actually at the tournament, he gave me a few pointers because he was trying to practice a few things. And he's like, one thing that was working for him at the time is to never really bring your arm down. You know what I mean? Like if you can kind of create it on a hinge and not drop and look, because that'll save a little bit of time. If you can just keep looking at the target and keep pushing, then you might be able to increase your speed a little bit. So that's something that you kind of got to think about. But for me, sometimes I'll get caught up with too much ammo in my hand. And see, like I'll drop my hand a lot. But if you practice, key to everything, right? You'll eventually get it. Have trouble not dropping the arm. Yeah, I know, right? But I mean, even then, let's say you score pretty decent in the woods, pretty decent in the long shot, decent in the knockdowns, and crappy in the speed shoot. You'll still probably have an okay score, I guess. I don't know. You gotta work to your specialties, I guess. Which mine are none, apparently. I've already dropped like 30 of these. Oh, that's why I like tubes also, because I don't have to look at them. I just, I'm dropping like 30 of these things. I just grab with my pointer finger, I guess. Pointer or middle. Ugh. And then the pouch just kind of lines up on its own. I don't know, it's a knack. You gotta want to try it. It's not something that just, for me, comes naturally. You gotta force it and practice it, and then it starts connecting a little bit. Well, Mr. I keep looking out and it's like so bright out there, and then I come back here and it's like so dark. So it takes me a second to focus here. If you wanna beat me, you gotta be good at everything. Mm-hmm. Flat bands while speed shooting, so I make it harder on myself. That's pretty cool. What are you doing? Well, I am shooting a slingshot, sir, or maybe ma'am, I'm not sure. And what I'm kind of doing today is just shooting a little bit of speed shooting. There's these tournaments that happen in the U.S. and worldwide, I guess. And what you do is few different kinds of events at the tournament. And one of them is speed shooting. So in speed shooting, you're going to have 20 targets, typically aluminum 12-ounce cans or a size target of a can. And it's going to be a timed event, and you're going to shoot 20 cans, we'll say, depending on where you are, maybe different. If you hit them all, you obviously get good scores. If you don't, you don't. I'm definitely getting more and more in the mood to get out to that spring sling, man. I'm hoping I can do it. It'll be a cool event to try out. Ooh, see, she kind of got a little wonky on me. Sometimes the clock seems like it's really fast, even though it's a minute. Feels like 10 seconds sometimes, because you're just under pressure. So you got to try and, god damn it, not drop ammo. I palm my ammo, and these are 3/8. Usually I shoot 8mm steel, and I can hold a lot more 8mm steel than I can 3/8 in my hand. Some guys use magnets to hold up here. You trying to go also? That's cool, man. I know you can. What's up, Smooth J? Smooth J, you just got your Scout XT, I believe it was. I think that was you who commented that you got your, I think you got a Scout of some sort. Let's slow down a little bit again. Let's see if we can get just some consecutive shots on something smaller. We won't worry about how fast. Let's see if we can just get some hits. Take our time. The target flipped over on me. Took a second to reset. I think if I was gonna practice this any longer today, I would shorten these bands a touch. You can tell all the misses because you're not hearing a click. So that's a hit. In case you have just tuned in, or if you don't know what the hell I'm doing. Temu scammer. Want one of those magnetic rings? Heck yeah. Apex Plus. I knew you had something. Who the hell was... Somebody just bought the XT and they were commenting too, and they come on the lives. Apex Plus. It's a fabulous frame. Actually had that one again in my hand this morning, but I chose to do a little bit of tube action instead. But yeah, these I think I would pick up the tension on these a little bit to increase the speed. I think that would bring the accuracy up a little bit. You don't need a lot of power in the speed shoot, but you do have to be accurate enough. I always think that circle target that I'm aiming at, that was a really odd shot. It's a similar size to a pop can as far as width. It's probably a little wider, but that would do to practice also. Monday, hopefully. I don't know what the hell you're doing. Oh, I'm just standing out here freezing, trying to hit stuff. Try that can for a second. She's swinging. That's the other thing when you're practicing this stuff. I've tried all sorts of different crap, dude. I've tried setting up just 10 cans on a 2x4. This is the frame I'm shooting today, Iron Star. I'm shooting clay, and I'm just trying to practice a little bit of speed training. So I've tried cans, you know, just line them up on a 2x4 out here. But that gets old super quick, dude. Like, as far as you're always just walking down there and setting them up, man. And then the wind blows and everything else. So I ended up doing these little square pieces of cardboard. I got these little square pieces of cardboard that I can get from work that are obviously free because they're going to be garbage. So I cut those up, and then I was lining those up because I could hit them multiple times. So I could go down the line, you know, it would puncture a hole in there, obviously, but they would stay up. So I could sit there and practice over and over and over again without having to go back and forth, back and forth. But then that got to be a little difficult because it kept just tearing them apart. So, you know, like Omega had the leather target. I had a 3D printed one from Josh. And then I have just a couple of various targets. So I decided to just put those at random spots within my catch box, so I'm not just drilling the same target over and over. So it's not the same exact as mimicking a whole line of cans, but at least you're changing your focus point, so you're not just drilling one target, you know. So it will help you kind of dive in and get a little bit of range. So I guess since this is what I have to work with today, I'm going to try doing the tank, the can, and then the blue thing. Let's see what happens. First one was a miss. All right. Let's see, this would all be misses. There we go. So I would have taken 5 shots now and would have only gotten 3 hits. So that's the kind of stuff that you got to figure out. I enjoy it until it's tournament time, Hawk. I like to have fun with it. I like to just sit out here and try. But when I'm at the tournament, it pisses me off because I'm like, I know I'm going to fucking bomb this shit, but you still got to get through it. So let's try again. See, I would have been 3 misses already. And you can just, then you start, for me, I start choking. So there it's 4 or 5 shots and a whole bunch of misses. And then I just get angry, and then and then I get laughy because I'm like, what the heck am I doing here? Hoggy, I don't know if I said hi to you. How are you, Hoggy? Thomas, I am mediocre. It may seem fast to somebody who doesn't shoot that often, but if there's some really tough guys to step on up to the line with, man, you start seeing some of the fast casts, you're like, all right, I quit. I give up. But either way, we push through it, and we go on to the next section. And we just take whatever score we get and run with it. I try not to practice this too much, by the way, guys, because when I do this and I go back to my regular shooting, then I'm like, ugh, I just don't like to bounce back and forth. But I do set a little bit of time aside to try this, so that way I'm not just walking in blindfolded. All right, let's try for the. Let's go for those 3 again. Let's see what happens. See, fumbling around with your ammo. That's always no good. See, that would have been 3 hits. 3 hits in probably 15 seconds or something. So it's not that good, but it's not that bad. Mark, how are you? It is. Scout ordered, heck yeah. You'll find the Y style slings are more accurate than the old wrist rocket style. I just smoke and slow shoot. Nothing wrong with that, my friend. Welcome to the rabbit hole, normal guy. I must have missed a comment or something. Well, but yes, welcome, normal guy. Yes, it is a rabbit hole. Last week I was talking about the Blackstone that I picked up. See, that would have been 2 hits right off the bat. And then a miss. Oh, I could feel that's not right in my hand. So now I would have bombed. There we go. So I've already taken probably 8, 10 shots, but only gotten 3 hits. So time don't stop, man. All these are just whiffs. Granted, this is a little bit harder than all of them sitting on a line. There we go, 4 hits. There you go. Need to get a clock or something. See how many hits I can move around to see. Do you have any code or anything? Internet is about to go away. Uh-oh, that's not good. I'm excited. I've got 2 frames from Tim on the way in the mail. What'd you get? Tim's been on fire lately, man. That boy can make some cool stuff. Right below that thing. Struggling with that one. There you go. I wish I had a little bit better stuff to do this with, but you got to work with what you got. There we go. And right now, this is what I got. A little better connections. Got to stop for a burp break in the middle of a speed shoot. There we go. We're getting there. Let's see. Are you shooting clay? This is clay right here today. Summertime, I shoot steel pretty much exclusively, and I always collect it. But wintertime, I switch over to clay. But you can go to Smo's or Annie's page and follow their link. Steven Seagal, what's up, brother? Welcome back. Lil Wolf and Trickster on the way. Awesome, dude. Trickster is a fabulous frame. Oh yeah, anyway, I was telling you. So I got the Blackstone, and you know, everybody in the community knows Rex, and he is apparently an avid Blackstoner and griller, which is awesome. I didn't know that. So he's constantly sending me info and links to different YouTubers and stuff, which is awesome. But he keeps making me hungry, punk ass. I'm like, stop it, Rex. I'm starving. If you don't know who Rex is, go check out his channel. DeeeZ Slings. It won't save you money, but it gives them credit for promoting. Right on. Yeah, these are 1632 tubes, and they're a little bit long. If I was, I mean, I just don't feel like taking them. I could just loosen the clamps and pull them forward, but I don't really feel like it. But if they were a little shorter, I feel like I would probably tighten up my shooting a little bit. That was almost 3 back to back. Alright, let's just go after that little blue guy again. I don't know how good you guys can see down there, but the bottom left is the blue target. High and right. All of them. I see they're dropping a little bit. Ugh. All that little fumbling with the ammo can really screw you up. So whatever route you decide to go, you got to figure that out. You need to figure out how you're going to get ammo to pouch to shoot at a pretty fast pace. Hey, wait a minute. How'd that guy get in there? That's the old rusty ball. That must have been from last year. I haven't worn this vest since last winter. Yep, 1632s. That's all I got. I don't have anything bigger or heftier. I don't even know what you call it. I got a whole packet of the green tubes and the red tubes. I believe they're sniper sling. I've had them for a while. I use them for more than just shooting. I use them to hang up targets and stuff. They come in pretty handy. I'll count that as a hit. I probably would have knocked it down. Same as that. See, the steel targets we used at... no, I have not yet, Coin Worker. Anybody else on here got that yet? What's up, Paul? Richard? We got some new joiners here. The old russet. I have not tried it yet. I just saw it yesterday. Mikey messaged me and said that he had some in. I think all the precise stuff in. I haven't been keeping up as much. There we go. That was 3 in a row and a miss. So we've taken 4 shots, 5 hits, or 4 hits, 5 hits. I wish the can wouldn't swing around so much. There we go. A little high. Orange is going good. Second band set, I'm at 650 shots. Yeah, Rex, you punk ass. I was just talking about you. Were your ears ringing? Sam Hyde. Yeah, why not, Richard? Give it a shot, man. Testing is going good, Steven. Real good, actually. Like I said, 650 shots on the second band set. Slight little tear showing up. I'm going to push it. I'm going to try and push it to 700 just for shits and grins. Put sand in the can or dirt. That's a good idea. Weigh it down, huh? Thank you, Paul. Maybe I will try that. Currently a big fan of the pink and purple stuff. But I shoot long draw. Daryl, what's up, man? How are you? I didn't talk to you in a little while. Yeah, getting a couple hits on that can. Dude, this is... I keep getting it freaking caught in these tubes. Me too, Coin, when I get fully healed, but I am long draw. Hawk, thank you for that, man. I was waiting for you to chime in at some point. That is my exact thoughts, Hawk. Like, seriously. The second I pulled back on the orange, right? Instantly, I was like, this is a short draw band set, man. I could feel it, right? That's just like what resonated with me. I know that latex should be usable for everything, and maybe it is. Maybe, you know, like we're each unique. You know what I mean? We each like what we like. But when I got the orange and I chopped it up and I shot it, the first thing that clicked in my head, man, just like this is a short draw band. It's gonna appeal better to short draw. Um, but we'll see. And stout is the word for it for sure, dude. That stuff is got significant. I shot the slingy nerdies here. There we go. Got 2 on that one. 3, damn. Wow, 4. Damn. That's the sweet spot down there, huh? Oh, missed it. A little low. A little low. Low left. Low left. Love that sound. Thanks, Paul, for that one. Oh my gosh, Daryl, don't say that, dude. I know that's what me and my wife were just talking about, because they're predicting um like a really deep freeze coming tomorrow, and I'm like, man, if I don't know, I don't like to talk about that kind of stuff because once you talk about it, things happen. Pouch today, I got the high style little tiny guy on there. I had to cut 295, just throwing some heat. Right on, brother. I appreciate you shooting it, dude. I really do. I know that you would probably think it through and actually critique it and stuff. Freaking ape man over there. All right, what else? Let's shoot. See if we can ring the bell with this thing. That's a pretty small target for me. I got it. Got it twice. Almost got it 3 times. Actually closer than I thought. You can use rocks, Truth. I'm shooting these little clay pellets. They are actually called Slingshot ammunition because that's what they are. And you can get this at Walmart or online. Dude, Hoggy, they're also saying up here now, you know, like I'm kind of a I don't know, I love weather, man, and I've always had a love for it. So I've been tracking storms and fully involved since I was real little. You know, before you could whip up your radar on your phone and look at everything. So I follow a bunch of pages and stuff about weather. I know, boring, right? But either way, I like it. And now they're predicting this mega storm coming for my area here. And we are, you know, they always give you the disclaimer. It's too early to tell the exact amounts of snow we're going to get, but based on all of our readings, you know, you are in the range of anywhere from 16 to 24 inches of snow. I'm like, holy balls, dude. If we got that much, my lord. Jeremy, what's up, brother? How are you? Good old Jeremy. Heck yeah. Weston, awesome. Thank you. When you're younger, white lumpy rain is cool. Older, it's real drag. You ain't kidding me, man. Dude, yeah. I know, right? We were talking about it, and, you know, of course, my son's like, snow! Sledding! I'm like, oh, God. Here we go. That's 2 hits. I'm just going to randomly pick some stuff. Hey, we got a couple of hits. Damn, all right. Now we're hitting stuff. Wow. I think that's like 6 in a row, man. Oh, miss. I don't really anchor when I speed shoot. I just chuck it up on to the side of my head and let her go. Yeah, it's slow rolling, Richard, and I appreciate you. Don't lose faith, guys. Oh boy, here we go. Labula's back. Yes, the chin dingle is still here. And so are you. Thanks for popping back in, man. Hit that like button one more time for me. Yeah, it's slow process, guys. That's I'm not even talking about it today. It is what it is. I'm not discouraged about it, but I don't want to keep trying to like hype it up and I can't deliver. But it's in the works. And so far I'm pleased with it. So I think everybody else will be. But I have a few other things cooking. And making a couple of slings, so if everything lines up, I should have latex, some supplies, and some slingshots all available. And I will probably release them all on the same day to try and get a little bit of flow on the old website. It's the frame, that's why we all keep buying frames. Yeah, man. Homemade lasagna. Why you gotta say that, Rex? Like, seriously. Why does he have to do this? Rex, you're killing me, man. Lasagna is my all-time favorite food. I haven't made a batch in a while, a loaf. I need to, though. Yeah, Larry, I don't think I'll ever find that frame either. It is a shooter. It's not the shooter, it's the frame. Yep, there you go. Yeah, no, I don't think I'll ever find my, what do they call it, a unicorn. I have my favorites, but I'm always interested in getting more. The pocketbook's the only thing that slows me down. If I had unlimited funds for some reason, excuse me, the amount of slings coming to my door would probably be like a revolving door, dude. But the funds say, no, you will not buy any more. Not today, pal. Hell yeah. I agree. Garfield is 100% correct. He is the lasagna king. Uncle Larry, I could sell you one of my frames with my mojo all over it. It'd be a little sticky. There's a lot of frames that won't hit. I don't think it's actually the frame. I just think it's an excuse for coin. That is correct, Richard. It is an excuse. Sorry, the doctor just walked in when I started typing. Still in the hospital, but starting to feel a little better. What the hell happened to you, Jeremy? Jesus, I'm out of the loop, dude. Somebody fill me in, man. Either that or you told me and I forgot, and if you did, I apologize. That's 4 in a row. 5. Ooh, not bad, not bad. Jeremy, I hope you get feeling better. Yeah, I do too, man. Clue me in. Jeremy's a great dude, man. I loved hanging out with you and chilling with you, my brother. That was good times. Whatever you're going through, I hope you're getting through it, man. Was it 5 in a row? See, That would be an okay start to a run. There we go. Getting some hits. Oof. But see, even that is still only like, what, 8 hits? 9 hits? I mean, you're supposed to get 20. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me see. Oh, I'm sure Nathan's gonna have a custom slingshot for you. Bummed to read that yesterday. I was praying you were almost done. First I've heard of Jeremy being under the weather too. Yeah, I don't know if maybe I missed it. I missed a lot, and I'm sorry, guys. I don't know. Maybe you posted something. But either way, whatever it is, I wish you the best, and I hope you're getting through it. There's 4 in a row. I came back. Either that or I dropped it. Something happened. Ugh, that's like 6 shots. Whoa, that was a weird one. Yeah, you could get it. Andy's probably disappointed in my speed shooting. Hey man, everybody has their own things, dude. Even if you go up there and you get 5 of them, who cares? I mean, it's better than even if you get 0, it doesn't matter. Just go up there and do it. There's more than one event at these places. So if you bomb the speed, you'll be all right. And I think a lot of people are more surprised. Like they get a little bit more than they thought, you know. A lot of us are like a little too critical on ourselves, I guess. Shit, I'd be happy with 7. I'd be happier with 20, but main thing is you try. You get up there and do it. Yeah. Booyah! I can hit 12 to 13 cans consistent. That's good, dude. That's really good, man. You kidding me? That ain't bad at all. I know you didn't say it was bad. Andy would not be disappointed in that. It's a string used to make necklaces, but we use it to put up targets in a catch box. Do the stuff. Oh, appendix. Ooh, I've been through that. Go back home Tuesday. I was feeling great. Then on Friday running back. Oh no. Oh my gosh. Well, that sucks, brother. Hopefully that gets better quick. Hello from India. Badass. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, like I was talking on the last live, if it happens, I'm gonna be like a fart in the wind. I'll show up early Saturday and leave out late Saturday or early Sunday. Jeremy, I had that, but mine went smooth. And even if the appendix appendectomy goes smooth, it still sucks. So whatever is going on, hopefully they can get that fever down, man. Get you back on your feet. That was a weird surgery, dude. So like, I'll tell you my experience. I was probably like 19, 20, somewhere in that kind of range. Yeah, somewhere in, yeah, right around there. And I used to party a lot in my garage. Nothing's changed, but I don't party. I still hang out in the garage. And I had about maybe 10 of my buddies over, and that was pretty normal. We would just sit around and rip bongs all night, and I remember I started feeling a little ill, and we were just tearing up these. I had this one of these giant ass bongs, man. We called it 5'5", right? Because it was 5 foot 5 inches tall, and I'm just tearing it up, bubbling the hell out of it, and I'm like, dude, something ain't right, man. And so I sat down. I'm like, this pain is not right, you know what I mean? And so everybody get the fuck out. I'm like, get the hell out of here, go home. And I went and laid down, and then I ended up going to the hospital because I was like, you know how you can tell on your body that it ain't right. And you know, most of us are stubborn, so we don't like to do the things we're supposed to do to take care of ourselves ahead of time. We wait until it's too late. So I ended up at the hospital, the ER, and they're like, yeah, your appendix hasn't burst yet, but we believe it's going to. So we need to get that thing plucked out of there right away. And it went super smooth, man. So I'm thankful for that, and I'm sorry that you're back in there, Jeremy. Hopefully you got a hot nurse and she's taking care of you. Let me read some of these. Coin the comedian. No ATO this morning. He went on yesterday. Yesterday I could not join in on the live fun, but I did get the notification. But it just was implausible. Is that even the right word? I was not capable of joining. Hopefully that went good. But I was kind of expecting him to be on this morning. Maybe that's why he went yesterday, because he couldn't come on this morning. I don't know. And then I saw Hawk and can't remember the other guy's name. Deeply Rooted Slings went live. I got notification for that, so the notifications are working good. But I was unable to do much with the YouTubes yesterday. A bad abscess. I was draining yesterday. Jeez. Well, Lord willing, he'll be back to shooting in no time. No, when I yeah. ATO's ice fishing. What's up? Hey, MD, what's up? What bait do you use to catch ice? Something delicious. Sorry, I gotta catch up here. You're playing with a slingshot from morning till night like a child. It's completely pointless. It's pointless. You had to say it twice. That's cool. Completely pointless. That's right. My life is pointless, DJE 131. Thank you for pointing that out to me. I can't even talk. My life is so pointless I can't talk. Oh, it's such a lovely, pointless life I have. DJE 131 has a non-pointless life, and I do. I'm sorry. Finally got my own bands tied for the first time. Awesome average squatch. That is kick-ass. You just got the band tie and jig, if I remember right. So I imitate that other guy you saw on the internet who started making videos of Slingshot. You know, that's my whole point of doing this, is to mimic other people. And I just haven't quite figured out who I'm mimicking yet. Yeah, I can't really place it. But that is definitely the whole point of this YouTube channel. Funny part is, I was actually going to call it Mimic Slings, but I changed my mind at the last second because I thought that might be a little bit too obvious. Then I was going to call myself Copycat Catapults, but that, once again, just didn't really play out. So we ended up with DeeeZ Slings. But mimicking is definitely the root of this channel. Sunday dinner on, mom has breakfast, so now I'm watching DeeeZ. Yeah, it's freezing out here, dude. I want to imitate. Well, shit, I gotta grow like 10 feet if I'm gonna imitate coin, and that ain't happening. The only way I'm growing is outwards. How dare you have fun, sir? The nerve. Randall, how are you, brother man? How you be? Everything good? I may post a short later on. I finished up that Micarta sling. and I really like it, man. Like I said, I'm not. It didn't come out super smooth, man. But at one point, I made the decision to run with it. Not actually run with the sling and like around the backyard or nothing, but run with the idea of just leaving it scratchy. I did that with my other black clipped ruckus, and I absolutely love that thing. And I got pretty good feedback with that one from all you lovely slingers out there. So I decided I was sanding away at it, and I'm like, let's just try and go up the grits a little bit now. So what I did was I left some of the patina, we'll call it, right? And no, so I I did wet sand. This is weird, dude, right? Okay. I do stupid things sometimes, and maybe they'll be cool. I'm not sure. But I left it smooth enough in certain areas that it has a little bit of a shine almost, but a matte kind of finish. Is that the right? Like a flat matte kind of finish. But it kind of complements itself. I don't know. Like, hey, nice looking sling. But I don't know. I think I'm cool with it. I had a can of Balisol sitting out there, and I put that on the Slingshot too. I don't know if Micarta and oil is a good thing, but that's what happened. And now I'm gonna let it sit there. It's not soaked in it. I wiped it all off, and I'm gonna see what it looks like after a little while. The brown or tan colored G10 in there went really nice with I had a lanyard that was like a light colored camouflage. Let's see here. Where did you get Micarta from? I actually got it from Mikey over at Omega, if nobody knows. Let's see. Trolls are like water off D's back. Hell yeah. Trolls don't bother me too much, man. Tony Lasagna. Yeah, that guy was interesting. That was an interesting fella. Maybe a thinned out poly finish could work. I thought that too, right? So, yeah, I started Googling stuff, and I'm like, what kind of oil can you put on after I did it, right? So usually you would probably think to do these things before you start experimenting, but yeah. So the whole oil thing happened, and I'm okay with it. I think it looks really good, actually. I want to see what it looks like out in the sun. All I've seen it is out in the garage, and then I brought it in the house and put a lanyard on it, so it's in the house right now. It's got like this kind of rustic elegance to it. It is a 90 millimeter, so the dimensions are correct. Fork tips are 25 millimeter, so that came out good. Mikey seems to be coming back to life, fellas. If he's listening in the shadows here, he's still a punk ass, but he made 2 posts, which I was proud of him. He posted on YouTube, like a post, not a video, and on Facebook. I think it was Facebook. Yeah, Facebook. He also is responding to my texts now again. I mean, he always has, but he's slowed down quite a bit, and now he is actually. I'm having conversations with him and stuff, which is the way it used to be. So I think he is coming back to life. I believe they have multiple orders inbound. I know he's talking with Dan Layton. I want to say next week to set up a pretty significant order there. He's got Wasp inbound. from the forums last fall. Still scared to shoot it. Well, Mr. MD, my friend, this one you will not be scared to shoot. This is, I feel like this stuff, this is the one that I'm making, that I made right now. It's pretty much ready. I'm gonna shoot it. I'm itching to shoot it, but I'm gonna wait until it gets a little warmer. I feel like it's got the look of, I think it's gonna age. Okay, I think it's gonna, after you shoot it for a while, I think the feel of it and like more scratches and stuff is gonna really like add to it. It's not a pretty like something you want to put on display. It's a pretty like look at that badass old rifle out there. You know what I mean? Rex, save me a slice, pal. Osmo Pollux is pretty nice, forgiving to apply and cures harder than an oil. Right on. So what's the long term on if you just put some oil on there and wipe it off? Does the micarta actually suck it up and become softer, or does it like it never dries? Take it easy, Rex. Oh, it is nature's most perfect food. I agree. I placed 4 or 5 orders from Omega in the past few weeks, and I've been happy with everything. I've been hoping Mikey was going to continue ordering and restocking. Yes. Yeah, Bishop, I know that. Yep. That's the, exactly, Daryl. 100%, man. That's what I thought too, dude, for real. I was like, he found love. They went out to live on some island in the middle of nowhere. But yeah, no, he somebody made a comment on I think the Facebook or whatever, maybe on that post about the latex, and Mikey actually responded to that with like a 7-paragraph answer. So yeah, I believe he is back in gear, man. I think he's back in gear, not sitting idle anymore. I think that he is. I think we're on the rebound. I think that Omega is slowly coming back to life, and good for him. I'm super excited about that, actually. I was kind of losing faith, if you guys really want to know. I kind of was starting to give up a little bit. I thought it was going to just fall by the wayside and be over with. But he is picking up the ball and running with it. And oil will polymerize and cure, but could need a refresh coat down the road. It depends, though. Right on. Good information, man. I'm going to let it ride. It ain't going to be... I'm not going to post it for sale for a couple weeks. It's not going to be in my keeper pile, although I do love the way it came out. But I have too many slings of my own that I've already considered keepers. So I'm not going to keep this one. But we'll see how it looks after a couple weeks of sitting around. And shooting, of course. Got to give it a couple of shots. Bands are still hanging in there pretty good. Or tubes. These tubes are going good. So I'll see if anything changes from just gentle use, because we're not out of winter by any means. Yeah, I'm getting better as I'm talking here. I'm starting to hit targets a little bit more. You know what, Hoggy, really, I don't know jack and or shiznit about micarta, man. I got a piece from Omega, and I also got a piece of resin because I wanted to dabble with some other things, but I didn't really want to fully commit. I didn't want to make my own micarta or resin. And then it sat there for a good couple of months, just sitting on my bench. So I cut it the other day, and I used the wrong style of blade, which thankful to Scorgan and a couple other guys pointed me in the right direction for that. So I rough cut it and put some scales on it to palm swell it out, and then I sanded it. Sanding for me, it was clogging up my sandpaper quite a bit. I didn't wet sand it. I didn't know if that would help or not. I may not even be done with this yet. Maybe I'll tweak it some more. I'm not sure. The finish on it though, it came out as like a smooth feel, but it's a real warm feel. Like the micarta is super warm, man. Like it feels really nice as far as the material itself. You know how the G10 has kind of like that cold almost to me, not metal cold, but it's like a cold, not slippery but smooth feeling. You know, I don't know. It's hard to describe, but like wood is super warm. You know, it's got a warm feeling to it, and the micarta that I used here with how I finished it, it came out with a really warm feel too. So I'm pretty stoked about that, man. I'm actually pretty happy how it came out. But being that, all that being said, it is my first piece that I've ever done with it. You know, you never stop learning, dude. So anything that I can do to improve it or make it a smooth finish in the future, I will definitely try that. Right now, it's very comfortable. I like it a lot. I'm not that good at making even like where it comes up. Like I don't have it out here, but you know, like your scales. The way I made it, it comes out fatter here and comes down like a palm swell. Where that swell comes up to here and this like kind of point, they're always lopsided. I'm not that good at that yet. So this is definitely has a home feel, dude. It's not. You can tell it's an amateur builder, but it's not. It's not a. I'm not downplaying it. I like it a lot. Like you know, you could, if you look at a piece of art, like how do you grade it as like, wow, that's really good or that's really bad? It's all. It's what is it? Eye of the beholder or whatnot. If somebody likes the way it looks, then they like the way it looks. I think that this style will appeal to a fair audience. But if you are a fellow maker, you could look at it and be like, well, you know, he could have done this, he could have done that. He could have made this tighter, that better, you know. And I also critique my own stuff, but I know once I get to a certain point, if I keep messing with it, it's going to get. The beer holder. There you go. Take it easy, Hoggy. Or DSS. Who left? Let's see who left. Sorry, Daryl. Lunchtime, folks. Take it easy, Daryl. Thanks for hanging in so long here, man. It's awesome. Made some micarta. Turned out pretty nice. Not as hard as the stuff you get from the big manufacturers, but great for the looks. That's awesome, dude. But yeah, what I was saying, if you keep going at some point, you're gonna just ruin it, man. So I'm like, I gave up on perfection on certain slings, and I can tell. Like whenever I make one, I'm like, you know what? It's still an excellent sling, man. It's not a $500 slingshot. It's very fair priced for the materials used and the time I have into it. But it's not perfection. It's definitely not perfection. And who knows if anybody really is ever going to achieve perfection. But I know I can, I'm going to get better as I go. It's going to keep going, keep getting better. And I'll learn different tricks. You know, from this one to the next one, I'm going to be like, all right, well, last time I did that. I need to do this time. And the main thing is not losing the joy. I still find it super fun to do. It's a lot funner in the summertime. But it's fun to make them. Each one's like a whole new creation, and each one comes out unique. And it's just like, that's another one of my babies. My baby has entered the world. I'm putting this thing down. There's a lot of shots, huh? That was fun. Oh, you get the gist of the speed shooting, man. You got to find balance. You got to figure out how to get enough shots off to get a good score without losing accuracy. And you got to figure out your loading pouch. I got any left? Ooh, I got a little bit left. Nice. Let me read these. I always have to watch myself when I shape something, so I leave room for sanding. See, that's what I'm learning right there. I learned first couple that like I said, I don't have a whole bunch under my belt. You know what I mean? So but I can slowly see differences, and there's things like you said. Like I learned when I'm trying to put that palm swell in, I got to remember to, when I'm shaping that little like the little round hump thing there, technical terms, guys, to not dig in. Like I have a tendency to like dig in there, and then I'll create like a divot, and then that's like super hard to get back out without losing too much of the material. So I have to like consciously remember when I'm doing that area, don't go crazy, just finesse it. I don't know. You learn a lot. Your stuff is some of my favorite. Yes, Randall. And I appreciate you, my friend. One day we will shoot together. Are you ever going to go to a tournament? Randall? Caught another live. What's up, Tim? How are you? Yeah, Hoggy. For me, it was a challenge. It is a challenge, is what I'm saying. Like I like to do things that are not everything, but I found in the slingshot world, it was fun to push myself farther, and I'm continuing to, and I hope to one day achieve some really nice stuff, like super nice stuff. Sanding blocks help avoid the divots and gullies. Right on, dude. That's the other part of it. You don't have to have fancy tools, but some of these little things will really make things better. At least better to make. But yeah, no, it's a labor of passion. It's definitely, and love. It's not lucrative. If you took for where I'm at in my stage of it all, it's not. If I take the amount of time the materials aren't the crazy cost for me, because I'm not using nothing high end. I'm using G10. It's not cheap, but it's not crazy expensive. But the time involved, if you counted the hours that you can put into a sling, if you don't watch it, from the time of putting it down, cutting it, sanding it, gluing it, shaping it, finishing it, depending on the level of details, yeah, you're not getting even paid minimum wage. You know what I mean? It was not like a job or anything. It's just you're recouping your money to buy better tools, and to buy more materials. Take it easy, Coin. Thanks for hanging in so long, man. Work all the time. Yeah, that sucks, man. Stupid work, right? What the hell? Oh, thanks, MD. Yeah, I like those too, man. That tan one I really had an attachment to, but I wanted to release it. And then yeah, the blue one I loved actually too. The blue one was a weird story, man. Hell yeah, Scorgan. I'm telling you, man. So the blue frame, I made a blue, I think it was the Revolt clipped, right? And that was the first. That's another thing you learn, right? You learn about, like, I have the website going, but I don't I don't dedicate a bunch of time to it, but it's there, and that's the route I want to go. I don't want to just sell through Facebook or whatever. I want to have something nicer, not nicer, but nicer for me to keep track of. Like I want to be able to see, and it tells you your margins. You can figure out. I leave the labor out of it. I'm just saying like material margins, right? So you can tell you how much you're charging versus what kind of material you have into it. Just throw the whole labor thing out the window, so I can see how much I'm spending, how much I'm getting back. And I had the blue one up there for sale, right? This is where I'm going with this. Sorry. And I got this first time ever. It said fraud alert, you know, do not ship this item because chances are you're going to get robbed. They said it in nice terms, but basically that's what it boiled down to. So they did have a number there or an email, and I emailed it, and I'm like, so the blue one is gonna take me a couple days to get it out to you, you know, just kind of fishing to see if it was like a bot or something, you know, because like if it was somebody like trying to rob you, they probably wouldn't even necessarily know what you're talking about or whatever. And eventually the guy got back to me, and he's like, oh man, he's like, that sucks, you know, because you know how it is when you buy a sling, you really want it as fast as you can. And then he started talking about um, who he is and stuff, you know, and it was really cool. Like we had a conversation, and I sent it out the same day, and he got it. And then he hit me back up, and he said, you know, that he was actually in a wheelchair, um, and he's a reverend um, out in California. So it was kind of cool. You build connections as you go, man. But I just thought it was neat. Georgia pot roast in the crock pot now. I'm ready to lick the crock pot before it's done. You guys are all a bunch of bastards. My family, besides me, my immediate family, does not like to eat. My kids are picky. My wife eats like a freaking bird. So if I have, when I cook, because I do, I have to think about a lot of things. How am I going to make this to where they'll actually eat it? I can't make the stuff that I always want because they won't eat it. So dinner times around here can be interesting. Oh God, Rex just sent me a photo. That punk ass is gonna have a big old slab of lasagna drooling down his face. Well, guys, it's been what, an hour and something. I gotta go do other things. That's pretty damn cool, man. Salmon patties. I can handle that. That sounds pretty good, actually. I don't know what I'm gonna make today. I didn't think that far ahead, but I need to definitely have something tonight. Mother-in-law's birthday. Maybe we're going out. We'll see. That'd be cool, because that means somebody else is paying, not me. We'll see. Anyway, take it easy, guys. I'm gonna try and do Thursday again. And I have another G10 one that I'm gluing up right now too. So we're getting a small stock built up. Latex should be here in less than 2 weeks. I have one batch here, and I got one more batch coming before I list it. Testing is going good, so I'm pretty happy with that. Everything is lining up. It's all funneling down. It's coming down, and we'll be rolling soon. Spring will hit. Website's gonna go to the moon. I'm gonna be the richest man on the planet, and we're all gonna buy an island. We'll call it Sling Haven, and we're all gonna get together with our families and live there happily ever after. The end. All right, fellas, take it easy. Have a good day. God bless, and I hope you all are good. See ya.